Hey everyone. So Elaine Bredhoft was crying in the bathroom after the trial. Um, Maybe she's crying because she knows she's going to lose. And maybe she's crying because she knows her client's a liar. But I don't know. She could also be crying because, you know, it takes a lot of work and energy to do a case like this. You have to do a lot of depositions and a lot of research and a lot of subpoenas and a lot of court documents and oh my god, evidence. And I don't know, man. I can see why they have to get paid so much money, because this really takes all the juice out of them. I don't like her voice. It does, I don't know, it's it does something to me when I hear it. But and her other people that worked with her too, they were very rude and forceful to Johnny Depp's witnesses, and I didn't like that. I didn't think that was proper. But they're trying to impeach all of Johnny Depp's witnesses, but you don't have to be so damn rude. I don't think I could have made it as a jury. I would have had to raise my hand and say, I can't handle this. It's too much anxiety. Because, some of us can't, some of us have things. Like, you know, I don't think, what's her name? Amber Heard had PTSD. I don't. I think she just was an actress. I mean, I was sitting here this morning and I just thought of something really bad and sad, and I was able to produce tears. Maybe I missed my calling. But no, I think she's lying. And, the jury, I'm sure they just went through the instructions today and maybe took a vote to see where everybody was at. I don't think they planned to do a verdict today or yesterday because of, they probably just don't want to come to a decision so quickly. I would have. I was already, it's not because Johnny Depp's a huge star and he's a multimillionaire or anything. No. Their fame, either one of them, doesn't have the effect on me. It's their words, the things they shared. And Amber Heard never talked about sex abuse in any of those tapes. And if that happened to me, if my new husband effed me with a bottle, first of all, I'd leave him right away. Second of all, he wouldn't have got his bottle inside me. Sorry. I wouldn't stand still and let it happen like she did. Like she says she did anyway. This shit wouldn't happen. She's a fighter. She beats her sister up. She would fight him off. Crazy, So, and then she wouldn't let him forget it in any of the tapes. She'd be bringing it up. It would be the first thing out of my mouth if I was crazy enough to stay with the man. And, I don't know if she's capable of love. I think she's a psychopath. I think emotions run through people like that differently. And they don't process things the same way as people that don't have psychopathy, I agree with Dr. Curry. Why? Not because I love Johnny Depp and I'm just such a super fan, because I'm not. It's, he's a great actor though. So if you're listening, I think you're a great actor and I loved you in Pirates of the Caribbean and it's my favorite ride at Disneyland. But as a woman, I wanted to hear what she had to say. And when you hear her in the tape, she's the antagonist. She's horribly hostile. She's combative. She's awful. I I mean, Mommy Dearest would look like a saint compared to her. So there's something that's seriously wrong with her. And I don't wish harm on her, and she needs to stop stealing stories, because the baby the microwave thing came from somebody else, and she just draws on that because she's a psychopath, and she's trying to manipulate the world so we all believe she had this big thing happen to her, and it didn't. I don't know, maybe she was able to manipulate Elaine and those other people, Rottenborn and God knows whoever the other guy was. But and they worked in close proximity to each other, and since she is a psychopath, she's a master manipulator. So yeah, I could see where she would. So maybe Elaine was in the bathroom crying because she feels so bad for Amber and all the horrible things that were said to her on the internet. But there's a lot of people like me that call it like they see it. And I see a very mentally ill woman. And you know what I saw from Johnny Depp? I saw compassion. I saw sympathy. I saw worry for her. Like, I felt like he would have gone up and embraced her, just because he knows how sick she is. I don't know. He wouldn't embrace her when she was saying goodbye because she's a psychopath and not somebody he cared to be around at the time. But I'm sure Amber right now is watching every video that she can find about her and reading everybody's comments and just going nuts, because she's one of those narcissists, and they got to know everything. They got to know everything we say about her. And it's interesting the way she treated when the owner of the trailer park came and talked about what really happened that night. The way she reacted, he wasn't there. How would he know? I mean, you can tell just by her responses. Her responses were fake. And Whitney Heard is a battered sister. So I can't blame her for saying what she did on the stand, She wants to still, look, I have a sister like her, okay? All my life, she beat the living daylights out of me at the bus stop, when her friends came over, even when I was a newborn. She told my mom to take me back to the hospital. Something weird got screwy in her when my mom brought me home. And but my sister isn't a psychopath, and she can, something's wrong, but she's still doing okay in society. She's struggled, but she's successful, and she's a very strong woman. And I would do anything to help my sister if she were in trouble. Still, even though she hates me with all of her breath, if she came and she needed me, I'd be right there for her. And so I feel for Whitney Heard. I know what it's like to be the sister of a violent person. So I just really hope that, the jury comes back and they rule correctly. I saw the truth come out in the trial. Watching the trial, the truth came out and told us, and I don't know. I'll find out if the jury thinks the same way I do or not. I'll be shocked if she wins. We'll never see the end of the Amber Heard story, which is all based on lies. That cocaine picture tells it all. The DVD right next to the purse was titled Robbed Blind. And when she moved out of the penthouse, She labeled some furniture as hers and took it. And that was Johnny Depp's furniture that he had before he married her. Or when they got married and they, I don't know. I'm sure he got robbed big time. And she's cost him millions of dollars. And every time she opens her mouth and talks about Johnny Depp, she'll get sued. He'll fight her to the end. All the way until she goes back to hell where she came from, So I hope the jury comes back on Tuesday morning before noon and gives the whole thing to Johnny Depp. And then the evil side, Elaine, will go running and filing an appeal. I have a feeling it'll be reviewed and denied. And they're just going to have to live with being on TV and losing. Because if they win, it's because the jury was paid, the jury was stupid, or the evil prevailed and was able, their evil lies about Johnny Depp urinating and all that crap and peeing his pants and bullshit like that. All of that stuff. If they were able to convince everybody that Johnny Depp's an out-of-control alcoholic who gets violent, and that's what they tried to do, and that he's got brain damage and blah, 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 all those fake people that, was on their team testifying for them. If they win, then I lose all faith in humanity, and I'm glad I'm a hermit. But I'll be even happier that I'm a hermit if they win. Because those kind of people live in our society and they get power from evil. It sickens me to think that legal team is they made $6 million. Apparently, that could be a lie from what's-her-face or Elon Musk. But I found that Johnny Depp's team was professional. If I were the woman, I forgot her name, I would have lost my temper. It takes a hell of a person to be able to do that kind of stuff that they do. But yeah, you have to decompress after a trial like that. Sometimes after a day at the office, you have to do that, but I think she knows she's going to lose. Justice for Johnny Depp.